All right, we're recording on the, I think we're recording on the cloud now. All right, so the people that are just watching this now on the recording, you didn't miss hardly anything. We just talked about turtles, erasers, a little bit of Easter and what happened in some of the Easter eggs, and that I got a plastic eraser, or plastic dog that was
we talked
really well
about
painted,
these mini
but not
turtles.
eraser. And then there's eraser, like turtle erasers that you can still get because they're probably, he's got a little turtle on his back. Okay, so everybody's caught up.
And Trevor,
Yeah.
Shelly and
there is
Haley.
I think a turtle just crawled into your phone.
Into the waiting room. Okay, yeah.
Into your phone.
Okay. Yes, I will check it out with that. The turtle in my phone. Oh, you sent me a turtle picture? You're the best, Stacy. Yes, you're the best assistant next to my mom that I've ever had.
Well, that's a given.
Okay,
Yes.
so sorry, this is taking a while. All right, so I did the vertical lines on the sides first. Now we can do this like curved bottom. And then I don't know if I just might like keep this going. A lot of times then we'll do the curved top, the lid. And so it's weird because like the curved top is like the top of the top of the pot, but it's also the actual lid. So I might introduce this a little bit. Last week, I've talked a little bit about overlapping, and then in a couple of my other classes, there's this idea of overlapping. Sometimes if you're using like graphite pencil, you could draw the whole lid, the back of the lid, but you can also anticipate the fact that there's a handle, like a little piece of clay that's on the top. So you don't have to like draw the whole back line. You can wait, put the little handle grip first, and then connect the two sides. Anyway, we'll talk a little about overlapping this week. There's a little curving rectangle for the spout. I've seen coffee pots and teapots that have a little bit more elegant of a spout, and it starts wider and it gets thinner. So I don't know. I mean, I'm making it more interesting. That's like what's the fun of doing these warm-ups is that you don't have to copy it exactly how it is. You can make it more interesting for yourself. You can do, and the handle to me seems kind of thick. So I'm going to make my handle a little bigger and a little thinner. I mean, I don't even think I could fit my finger through that handle.
Me too.
Right? Yeah. So this is definitely the way to go, making the handle a little bit thinner. I don't know. You could put some flower decorations on the side. Maybe I'll decorate. Yes. Sorry, I had an idea. I was going to put an Easter egg on the side of the pot. And then I can do grass because I was going to do grass first because I'm using green randomly. The green is just totally random, but then grass is the color. And I've been dealing with a lot of grass this week. I mowed the lawn, and then we have these little patches in the backyard that I got grass seed for and some mulch. So, and the green,
Nice.
the grass that is growing is so healthy. It's so green. It looks like the Irish landscape or something. I just want to roll around in it, but then I know that there's bugs and worms in there. Okay, let's see what else. We could do steam. Say this is a hot pot of tea. You're gonna have some beautiful steam that comes out. And remember, steam is not smoke. So if we draw like a campfire, the smoke that comes off the campfire is basically like the remnants of like the fire, where the steam is evaporating water. It's just important to know the difference. They look very similar. And like the way you draw them in terms of their curviness, they're very similar, but they are very, very different things. You can like actually breathe in like water vapor and the mist, and it can be like really therapeutic. Where you do not want to breathe the smoke. My pencils. I was talking about what's a green object? Let's call it a frog. So I'm just gonna draw this like frog. This doesn't even look like a frog, but even it's just for 1 point. You can do a dark line with your color pencils, and then it almost looks like there's two colors if you shade it in lighter. So you could also shade in an area. There's like another frog shaded in, and then you could add dark marks like for the eye. You could add dark marks for the toes. Anyway, with color pencils, you can do different line weights, and it almost looks like they're different colors. That's a great pot. It's so three-dimensional. Whose is that down there, Stacy? Can you see?
Pot from That is Zoya. Hold
that
that up
Zoya?
again. Keep that up, Zoya, please. Because I lost you. Ah, I found you. Nice. What is always special about a teapot when it's pink?
Oh, and look
Thank
at this.
you.
Look at this steam.
Well, that seems nice.
Oh, I didn't see the steam. Hold that a little bit further away. Now freeze. Ah, now I get to see that steam.
I don't know.
Thank
I
you.
started coloring mine pink too. 'Cause that one looks really good. But I don't know.
Why are you copying me when I'm just a student?
I mean, a good idea is a good idea, and I'm gonna take any good idea I can get. You always take good ideas when you find them. I mean, you can come up with good ideas, but when you have the entire planet come up with good ideas, you don't want to discard them. All right, 1 minute warning on your teapot. I'll see if I can figure out one other thing, one other interesting thing I could do for this. I was thinking maybe the plate. What if we put it on like a teapot plate? Is that a thing? Oh, it might not be a thing. I know you can put teacups.
No, it's nothing.
You can put teacups. I can make a little teacup
On a saucer.
on a saucer.
Yes.
That looks good. And maybe I'll add some. I can add some tea inside my teacup. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. We'll try the next thing. The next thing is something we've drawn before, but it's always fun. I think it's always fun to draw these. And they're always a little different. Every artist takes on like a different approach to the same concept, and I'll show you what I mean right here. I move this over, turn my paper, get the piece of pie.
Yes, Zoya?
I just said a slice of pie.
You called it. Man. You called it. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna switch to brown. I actually learned how to make pie crusts in the last couple years, and I know that the crust itself is actually pinched. So this artist used kind of like a couple squiggle lines for the crust, but I'm gonna use like almost like a little S curve. So like I'm imagining like a pinched fingers pinching here, fingers pinching there, fingers pinching here, fingers pinching there. And like that's going to be the start of it. Now, this piece of pie is seen from the side view, which I think is actually really interesting. So let me just point out a couple of things. We have this like long, we have like this long L shape for the crust that lines the bottom of the pie plate. So the pie plate crust goes in the pie plate first. The crust goes in first. That's what this thin L is. Then you have the filling, and then there's a pie crust that goes on top. And the parts that are pinched, that's the bottom part and the top part fusing. Like that's just like the anatomy of the pie. So I actually did the top part and the bottom part first, like pinched together, which you could say is the right move or not. I don't know. You have to start somewhere. So I started there. So now I'll do I think a good idea might be to do the L shape of the thickness of the pie that goes into the pie plate first. And you could make it a thick crust. You could make it a thin crust. It depends on the piece of pie. Oh my gosh, you guys can't even see this. I went off screen. Look how big my piece of pie is. I have to admit that I usually have really big pieces of pie when there is pie around Thanksgiving.
And I think that you told me at one point that your mom makes the very best. It's either a certain pie or cake. That's your favorite. You usually get for your birthday. Pardon?
Pie. Yeah, there's pecan pie and there's pumpkin pie and apple pie, and they're all kind of competing. But I think in my old age, I think pecan is now my favorite. All right, there's the bottom. Let's do the filling. This is, even though pecan is my favorite, I'm envisioning this as pumpkin pie. So I'm going to do the orange filling. Notice that the filling itself is a rectangle. So I just started shading, but like if you wanted to draw it in, you could draw it as a rectangle. And I think it's important to identify that, just be like, yes, it's filling, but yes, it's also a rectangle. And there are, there's textures on the inside. Maybe there's circles that are chunks of pumpkin. And I can make them little irregular shapes. They don't have to be circles. This could be blueberry pie. If this is your blueberry pie, those could be blueberries. That probably makes more sense. Although blueberry pie is really, really, really good pie too. I don't know how you could choose between pumpkin, pecan, and blueberry. I'm not going to make myself choose. And there's the piece of pie crust that goes on top. And that top part is basically making a triangle. And you can even put some decorations on the top, but I don't know. I'm just gonna shade it in gently. Pie crust on the top, pie crust on the bottom. Yeah.
Would you put a dollop of whipped cream on that?
Oh, I would. I wish I would have thought of that beforehand.
Oh, maybe a little bit of vanilla ice cream to the side of it.
That's good. I could put whipped cream on the side. I need to get the right color. Maybe I'll just use. Should I make this plate? Put it on a plate. I like this purple plate. How's your pie, y'all?
Great.
Is it going well?
Yes.
Last
Would
year,
anyone?
oh my gosh, yeah, that is great.
Hold that nice and still, Bijou.
Yeah, Bijou's crushing.
Very nice. Wow.
Last year, can I see yours?
And Zoya, you have yours up?
Yeah,
Great.
pink pie.
Hold that pink
A little
pie
closer,
a little bit
closer,
down
Lassia.
and freeze it.
Superb.
Pink pie. Nice. And who else?
Great.
Lassia. Lassia. I knew that. Lassia, hold that a little closer to the screen and freeze.
All right, 1 minute warning if you want to add any ice cream.
Or things to your pie.
Very nice. I like those colors you chose.
What are we gonna draw next?
You could add a fork.
Oh, Trevor.
Yeah.
There are a number of animals that have come to visit you.
Okay. It might be a turtle day, everybody.
You know,
Can we draw a turtle?
Yeah, we're gonna sketch turtles. Can we draw a tree, one tree? And the only reason I want to draw the tree is because we can draw a lot of them quickly, and we can practice the overlapping technique. Let's try the trees. It's a super easy tree, and so you can interpret it a bunch of different ways. But it's a pine tree, that's for sure. Push back to my green. So if you start at the bottom or the top, like I feel like, if you were looking at there's this artist on YouTube, his name is Bob Ross, and he makes these like really soothing painting videos about painting mountains and trees and rivers and things. And it's actually an interesting thing. Your parents will probably like it too. Anyway, so when he paints these trees, he starts at the top and he gets the very peak of the pine tree. And then he comes down the side and then builds like these, almost like these clusters of triangles. And you could think about the pine trees here as like, almost like dresses. Like, so it starts narrow and then it gets wide. And it's got like frayed, like a, what is that called when it's got a, like the hemmed edge, it's got some pleated edges to it. I'm just trying to think of like other things you could compare it to. And then it goes inside again. Then there's this second round of this skirt of pine tree. And then you could add some inside structure. And then they start narrow and then it gets wider. So each one is overlapped by the one above. Each one below is overlapped by the one above, and then you can just you can use different shapes. This artist used kind of curvier lines at the skirt. I use more jagged lines. Yes. And then, if anybody celebrates Christmas, usually it's the pine tree that a type of pine
Zoya.
that they use for pine trees. So you could like decorate these and make them look like
Nice, Zoya.
Christmas trees. Yeah, that's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Super fast. So the overlapping technique can be used inside the tree, like inside its own object, but it can also be used but with other trees. So if I made a second tree right here, imagine that. So then we're going to come down, and then I get the first triangle of the skirt here, and then this one, the second one, disappears behind the first one. And then the next one overlaps by itself and then disappears behind the first tree. So what I'm doing is I'm layering, not only putting layers inside individual trees, but I'm layering the trees themselves. So maybe we can set up, maybe just try to draw 3 trees, and they can be the same size. They could be a little bit different. These 2 trees are kind of the same size. I might do a little guy. Oh, that's cool. I'll do a little one.
Aw,
Look how cute it is.
It's like a mom, a dad, and a baby.
there you have it.
What's that?
It's a mom,
Oh.
a dad, and a baby.
I love that. I
Do
love
hold that nice and steady. Oh, that star is lovely.
Yeah, the star's really pretty.
Yeah.
Good call.
Why are there 2 U's? Trevor,
what?
Mr. Fisk, why are there 2 U's?
2 me's.
Yeah.
Because one of them is my tech support, and
Ah,
they have abilities to be the host. So like there's kind of 2 hosts, but they're not in the same place. It's my fiance Kristen. There she is. But you're on mute, Kristen.
hi, Kristen.
Are you in the laundry room?
Hi, I am. I just washed all your neck covers.
Oh, thank you. I'm down to my last neck cover. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for looking at everything, Kristen. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do one more tree. I'm gonna fit it on here. It's gonna be the biggest one. And it's gonna be overlapping. It's gonna be overlapped by the one on the right and the baby one. The baby one's gonna be in front of them. Nice. This is great. I don't know. I wasn't expecting. It's strange when the universe offers you up something like this. Like it's just a little tree. It's like a little sketch of a tree, and then you put it through your own brain, and you can get something and you repeat it, and you add to it, and you think creatively about how can I make this better. As long as you're thinking about how you can make it better and how you can help, help other people, but also help the drawing. You really can't lose. It's like the world will get better when you try to make it better. And just like the drawing, that's why drawing is like it's a small example of how you can have a larger impact on the world. So these trees, I mean, that all those big trees, this whole family of pine trees came out of this little teeny sketch. That's remarkable to me. All right,
There be a
one
warning.
warning on here, and I might add some stars. I love that.
Zoya, that's a sweet comment.
What was that? Is somebody in the chat?
No, I just drew a tree on the screen.
Oh.
I can show you.
How can I not see it?
Okay, can you see it now?
Oh, yes. Now your color is on point. And you could fill it in. That's the other thing you could do. When you're drawing on the computer, like digitally, if you filled that in, you can just keep layering. So you could draw the tree in the background first and then layer. Oh, look at that when I put my hand down.
Cool.
That is cool. I'm gonna put some decorations on this tree. I don't know. I'm not really. I didn't wake up this morning in the Christmas spirit, but now I kind of am in the Christmas spirit.
Okay, I'm gonna make some ornaments on it.
Yeah, add some ornaments.
How did that color go on the screen?
That was I think it was Zoya.
Mhm.
It is. It is me.
It's called annotation. And
Yeah.
I'm with big classes, I have to disable the annotation because all the kids are like, we could draw on the screen, and it's like a drawing class, so you want that, but if everyone tries to draw on the screen, it can get really chaotic.
Oh, but is it okay if I do it because I'm just drawing like the way you-
Yeah, but like when we you just have to erase it when we go onto the turtle.
Oh yeah, and
1 minute warning on the trees,
is
everybody.
it like when people want to do this to everything?
Yes, I feel like you've been there before.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just got the cutest pictures from my friend Megan. You want to see Kristen? You want to see Kristen and me at dinner?
Yes.
That was actually at Christmas.
Aw,
That was Christmas Eve.
that's so sweet.
Look, it looks like the Christmas trees resting on the table. You made a table decoration for our Christmas party. Thank
Wait,
you, Gloria.
can you go back to that photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Ainsley, my niece. She's
Save.
Kristen's niece.
There, it's saved to photos.
Save two photos.
I saved it. Are we gonna move on to the turtles now, or are we still
Yes.
doing the tree?
Yes, we are moving on to the turtle. Sorry, I got.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw a turtle on the screen next.
You can draw the turtle next to my turtle. Let's see. Should we draw the real one? Why don't we practice?
No, the cute one.
What does that mean?
Well, check out my pics, Mr. Twist.
This one.
Okay, let me check.
This one.
Whoa, Stacy. Those are so.
Trevor.
Cool. All right, so yeah, we'll draw. See, this is what we could do. Let me put this one up here so you guys can see it. And I don't know if there's any room for me to sketch, but this was the
Oh, that's so cute.
it's like the same kind of turtle.
Yeah.
I mean, it might actually be
It's the same,
a
yeah.
painted.
Oh, it is.
What about this one?
Hold on one second. Let me put this. I need to put a little piece of clay underneath my
Oh, her girl's got a little.
my
turtle.
phone.
Zoya.
Yeah, see that? Oh my gosh, yes, exactly. So we have 3 references now. There it goes.
And this turtle is swimming, is in
That
the
turtle's
water
swimming, and that
carrying.
turtle's- I didn't know that turtles did that they did they like got on each other's like I guess baby turtles ride on their parents' backs. Huh. I love
Maybe
it.
it doesn't know how to swim yet. Yeah, this turtle is swimming, the big turtle.
I just spilled my drink.
I'm gonna get my colored pencils.
So which one should we draw? Should we draw the sculpture or should we just draw the photo? Any recommendations?
You should draw a cartoon turtle like this one.
All right, this one, let's draw. I got an idea. Let's try to draw the baby turtle first, because the baby turtle, if we get the baby turtle, then we can draw the mama turtle behind it. So it'll be like the overlapping lesson. And we don't have to draw it. We can draw it. We can draw it kind of cool. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be like exact. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that's good. Let's get some pencils going. I think we got to do. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna zoom back out a little bit. And if you guys follow me step by step, we're gonna be able to. We'll be able to draw this. The thing about it is that it looks a little bit awkward because we're looking through the water. The only part of the turtles that we see that are not underwater are the heads. You can actually see it right here. So they're kind of floating in this like weightlessness of the water. And even the shell, the top shell of the baby, it's almost skewed. Like it has like a little distortion because he's underwater. Yeah, they're both underwater. Look at his head. His head's
Oh,
popped out.
I thought the baby wasn't. Oh, I see
He's
that.
definitely underwater. Okay, so in order to draw the turtle, let's see this like the spine that goes down. There's this like center of the shell. We need to have the center of the shell. So let's just do this arc like this. And then honestly, you can let that line turn into the tail. There's like a triangle for the tail. And when you set that up, we're in like such good shape. You have the arc of the we're linking up the neck to the tail from like the top all the way to the bottom. So it has a little bit of a curve to it. And then we're going to do a V shape for the neck. And then we're going to do it's kind of an interesting kind of shape. Like a lot of people might see the head as a semicircle or an oval, but watch what I do. I'm going to use a triangle, almost like an arrowhead pointing up. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to add the eyes to the side. And so now by using the arrowhead, I know where the nose is at the top. And now I know where the head is widest. And then the neck is this V shape. Now, the only other thing that I have to do is the turtle shell. And I've studied artists making turtle shells, and I've figured out how artists do it best. And I just need you to watch what I do right here, and I think you'll thank me for the rest of your life. So I'm going to start off with only 3 lines for the turtle shell, and then I'm going to curve it out. So watch what I do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 back into the tail. And now the reason this matters is because we want to get the other side too. We want to go 1, 2, 3. And the shell that's on the right, the one that's closest to us, that shell is bigger. Like this, the three lines that we used, this side that I'm pointing to right here has got to be bigger than the other side. But we have this huge span. It's like a big plate, almost like a 6-sided plate. That is the shell. Okay, so now that we have this outside, what if we did an inside ring, almost like a rainbow, that goes on the inside on both sides? And I think you can probably figure out why I'm going to do that. So now we can have the plates that are on the outside rim of the shell. And artistically, when you have straight lines and curved lines together, it's just way more beautiful. And we have a straight lines for the head because it was a triangle, and then a V shape for the neck. We have straight lines for the outside of the shell. Then we did the curved line for the inside. We did a curved line for the back of the spine. And then we're doing straight lines again for the plates of the shell. So the whole turtle itself, we made into 6 shapes. 6-sided shapes. Do you know what a 6-sided shape is? Tell me. Yes. Did you?
Isn't it a hexagon?
It is a hexagon. You're right.
Okay.
So the 5-sided is a pentagon, 6-sided is a hexagon. I don't even know what a 7-sided shape is. So the turtle shell is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but if you look at the plates on the turtle shell in the back, both on the little guy and the big guy, those are 6-sided shapes. So there's a shell that goes like in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's absolutely amazing. So you go if you make 2 parallel lines, so 1, 2, and then you add 2 arrows on either side. So
I'm scared.
Don't be scared, Stacey. You remember you go the 1 straight line, 2 straight lines, almost like they're the side of the teapot. The teapot in the very first marks we made today were 2 parallel straight lines. So you get the parallel straight line, and then you add a arrow shape on either side. So the 2 parallel lines is 2. And then an arrow is 2. So there's 2 arrows. So it's straight, straight, arrow, arrow. And you got 6 sides. Isn't that wild? It's so awesome. And then the way turtles actually work is that from the arrow, you take the point of the arrow and then you just pull that to the edge. So pretty.
Mine didn't work. I'm gonna draw it my own way.
Yeah, no. This could be very easy to screw up. It's like that was a little technical. But at the very least, we did learn how to make a plate on a turtle shell or a painted turtle, and we made it 6 sides. And then it's wild that the whole shell itself is 6 sides. Look at with the adult underneath. There's like 1, 2, 3. You know, it really does have those straight lines. The painted turtle is a swimming turtle. So he spends most of his time in the water. Now, not that they don't get out on logs and things, but the arms in the front, and you can't see them from this photo. It's interesting because the resolution, you can't really tell. He does have like claws, little like dinosaur legs in the front, but he's got like swimming paddled fins in the back, and you can actually see the fins for the adult down here. So every turtle needs to have, a leg in the front or an arm. And then this painted turtle, he needs to have a fin in the back. I moved it around because I can do whatever I want. It's my drawing. The view of the back leg of the baby, I didn't think was very good. Meaning it was all tucked underneath. You couldn't see it. But the mama's is really, you can see it like really well. What? That was a mistake. I drew this plate up here, the straight lines and the pointy, and now it's in the way of my turtle head. So maybe I should switch colors. All right, so if
What do you think?
hold on,
My
Take a look.
plate sketch.
let's see it. It's amazing, dude. Amazing. I love that one. So yeah, this is great. So what you did is you did kind of what I was doing, and then you made your own version, and it like made it better. Look at all those plates. Yes, Bijou, it looks awesome. Yeah, I mean, you made your shell big, and then you made the plates small, so then you filled out the shell with those plates. It's like exactly what nature would do.
Replaces lead. I'm replacing the color of my lead
Okay,
from pink to violet.
nice. I'm switching from green to pink. So part of the way that you get good at drawing is by doing the same thing over and over again, but doing it a little bit different. Lasia, how's yours looking? I see your turtle. Good. Do you want to hold it up?
A little closer, Lasia. And a little closer to your chair.
To your face, a little closer to your face. I can see it.
There we go.
Violet is the hardest color to use.
Very nice. Very nice. I got it.
Okay,
Nicely done.
so everyone should be, it looks like everybody's in a pretty good position to do the overlap. So the way that we made the tree and we overlap the tree, we're going to do the same thing for the turtle. And I think what we should do is start with the length of the spine, just like we started with the length of the spine into the tail for the turtle. So for the first one, so this one, I'm going to put the start up here, and I'm going to come all the way down the length. And this turtle is got to be bigger. So the length of the spine is going to be longer. And I might make it even longer so it can fit on, so I can like take up my page. And then at the end, I know that it doesn't really connect, but I am putting in a triangle tail so that I know that that is the spine is connected to the tail, and then the spine is also connected to the neck. So here's the V shape for the neck. And then I want to do the same thing I did with the baby turtle. I'm going to use a curved arrowhead triangle. And then I'm going to add the eyes to the side. Oh, he fits on there just right. You can see him a little bit. You can see like the painted part on the side. Amazing. And if you see other details that you like, like the nose looks like it might be a little bit bigger. The eyes might be a little bigger. You can add these, like with the baby, it was hard to see the baby, but the big guy, you can see more details, so you get to add more details.
This isn't even a big guy.
This is a huge guy.
No, I mean mine.
Yours. All right, so this is I wouldn't call this the hard part, but this was the part that was a little bit scary for me the first time. But hopefully, it wasn't as bad the first time, because if you look at the baby turtle, it was like 1, 2, 3 on the left, 1, 2, 3 back into the tail. So you start from the neck, go over the shoulders, then you go lengthwise, the long part, and then back into the tail. I think the reason why this one might be a little bit harder and almost easier in the end is because it's overlapped. So if you start from the neck here, it's got to go behind the shell, across, and then down, and then back into the tail. And now maybe the next move is to start from the tail, go up at that angle, and then up the length, and then back into the shoulder. We'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. We go 1 down to the side, 2 the length of the shell, and then 3 back into the tail. Woo. All right, then we're going to go from the tail up into the right, hit the long part of the shell, and then you see where at the foot it starts to angle maybe a little bit back in. It's all disappeared from there. Yes. All right. Then I'm going to do my curved inside on both sides. Balance out my, and I can do the plates. I think the plates are the fun part. They're just like kind of like square tiles, and they overlap each other. They're like, there's only one set, so you don't have to worry about like layering. Try to make them about the same size. Are they trapezoid? Are they like rectangles? Are they squares? That can be for you to decide.
Color from violet to soft blue.
Ooh. Violet to soft blue. Right, so you're going from warmer with the violet because it's got more red in it to a cooler color with the blue. That sounds good. All right. So I'm going to start from the middle plates and then go on. So the middle plate has 2 parallel lines and then a arrow point. And then this one will do another plate. Oh, that one has a different one. That one has a pointed bottom. What's up with that? So arrow, arrow. Okay, yeah, that's just an arrow. Fascinating. I think I can fit one more in here. So it's like straight line, arrow, straight line, arrow. And the reason I say the arrow is because the point of that arrow shoots the line to get the other round of plates. So that's like the easiest part of this one. Wow. We haven't even talked about how to decorate the each plate. We were just like sketching the plates. That would be so fun. The plates like have like little waves in them. You see that? They don't have any spots though, but they have. I mean, the darkest lines are where the plates are separated. So however you decorate the inside of these, you could use little spots, you could use little rings. It looks like they have rings, almost like a tree. You know how like trees have, you slice a tree in half and you can count the rings and see how old it is? I think you can kind of do the same thing with turtle shells. Each season they get a new layer of shell. I'm just decorating it however I want. I'm looking at the shell. I'm thinking about little sunrises, little stripes, little rings. The only thing that I'm really being careful of is that all my decoration lines are a lot lighter than the plate lines.
Okay, this is actually a lot different than yours.
The second one is different than the first one?
No, I mean like my drawing of the two turtles is way different than yours.
Good.
Switches from soft blue to violet again. And I'm done.
Let's see it. Hold it up.
Look,
Oh my gosh, they're best friends. Those turtles are best friends.
oh,
It's really sweet.
You know, I'm gonna give this to my friend Eleanor because she really likes sea turtles.
That's really nice. When you can make art for other people, there's really not much that gets better. People love gifts of art. All right, well, before I get in, I'm gonna come back and start decorating all of these guys. But I do want to add in the fin for the mama turtle. I just switched to orange for no good reason. Maybe I can
No
make it
good
stand
reason.
Well, I mean, in the way that you transitioned from the violet into the blue, they're kind of close to one another because there's a lot of blue and violet, and then you're going from, you're basically the blue is violet without the red. So I was thinking the red and orange are kind of close together. It's just like the red has more yellow in it. The orange has more yellow in it. The red doesn't have yellow. Then the mom's got arms up here too. I don't think we see anything else. Oh, look at that bright green for the baby's feet. Yes. Then I'm gonna make the whole shell. I'm gonna decorate the baby's shell with that idea that I was talking about before, where you do have dark lines for the heavy drawing, and then you can shade it in with lighter lines. And it really does work because the dark lines stand out and the light lines aren't as, they're just not as strong, it's not as bright, but they work really well together.
Switching color from soft blue to cyan.
Cyan?
Yeah,
Is that like an orange?
no.
What's cyan?
It's like
It's
a
a
sort
blue.
of blue.
Oh, it's a blue. Okay.
Well, this isn't exactly cyan, but it's just like close to cyan. I used to call it teal, but it's way lighter than teal.
Mm.
So this is the color I use for cyan, so I'm just gonna call it cyan.
So now my next question is, should I attempt to make it look like there's water?
I'm
And
doing it like there's water.
so yeah, so around this guy's head, I could draw this like blue line, and then I could draw water lines over top of.
There, what do you think? I made this for Eleanor, so this is how I did it.
See.
So here it's like a heart made out of pink,
Mm-hmm.
and with the cyan-ish color as water, and
Then you did
Bottom.
nice cursive name. That's great. She's gonna love it. Does Eleanor make art too? Oh my gosh, Bijou, look at that. That is some art you're making.
Hold that up,
Art.
Bijou. Keep that up. Oh,
Lassie, look at
I
all your
love the colors that you used.
I'm gonna give this to Eleanor on her birthday, which is on the 27th.
Nice. Leia, you want to hold that up? A little closer to you.
a little closer to the camera. Yep, you nailed it.
Excellent. These colors are great.
I'm using colored pencil lead.
Very nice, Layla. Thank you very much.
Whoa. Okay, I just made the heart a little more distinctive.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. It really does stand out. You could actually you can color that heart in if you wanted to. It'd probably look good as like a background color maybe.
I just color from pink to soft blue.
Those color transitions seem to be working. What was I gonna say about the about my drawing? Oh, about this week. So I got this new camera, web camera, but it doesn't have the right adapter. So I have to use my old iPad with all like the label, I have these like little icons on the side, but that's not going to be there for next week. I'll definitely have it fixed. We'll have more room. You'll be able to see better. It's got really good resolution too on the camera. All right. Well, I think you guys are done. Should we do it? Should we do a 2 minute? Should we do a 1 minute warning or 2 minute warning?
2 minute.
2 minutes it is. So
No, 3 minute. Because I really need to finish this turtle.
All right. Well, I'm
I
gonna
really, really want to finish mine too.
keep sketching though, filling in some of these parts, putting in some details. I like the little rings that happen inside of each one of the plates. I also really like, I think it's so interesting with the that you can kind of see the spine, even though they're vertebrates. Vertebrates have, their spines, and even though they lay eggs, but they still breathe, they have lungs and everything. Turtles are amazing creatures. I found a painted turtle who was laying her eggs in the sand. I guess it was a year ago, about a year ago now. I haven't done very many hikes this spring, so I'm gonna start getting back soon.
There, now I have my tab open because I'm making the words happy birthday.
All right, we got one more turtle sketch. Let's see what we got.
Oh, hold that. Oh, no.
What's up, Stacey? Want me to go back?
Yeah, I just wanted to, yeah. Thank you.
You're
Excellent.
welcome. You're welcome. All right, I kind of wanted to try this one because it's got two parts. It's got the turtle and the strawberry, and I think this is a good one in order to sketch quickly. And we don't have that much time. The last one took like way longer than I was expecting, but this guy is still pretty awesome. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in down here. And we haven't even done this before, so we've been drawing the turtle from the view from up above, And this is like the turtle seen from the side. And so we have to kind of draw all that stuff. So maybe we should start with the mouth being open. I think we'll get that. If we get his mouth and his tongue, I think it'll be hilarious actually. So the mouth of this turtle, even though he doesn't actually smile, he kind of looks like he's smiling. So the bottom jaw is the easiest because it swings up. And then the mouth, it's almost like an S curve. It kind of like curves up into the beak. So I'm gonna go up and then go into the beak. And when I say beak, I don't really mean like a bird's beak. I kind of mean it's almost like it is a little like a bird's beak actually. Yeah, it was called a bird's beak. It'll just be like this really small bird beak. And then his nose is so funny. I mean, I don't mean to make fun of his nose, but it faces forward. And he's got these two little nostrils, and you probably only get to see one nostril. So the nose is up here is round. It doesn't even really look like a nose. I guess that's why it looks a little funny. And the nose goes right up against the eyes, and the eyes look so much like they're just so prominent, and they look like almonds. So they have a nice bottom eyelid and a nice top eyelid. And you can actually see the bump on the other side for the other eyebrow. And we're going to follow his head all the way back until we bump into the shell. Now so we went from the lower mouth into the corner of the mouth, then S curved up into the beak. Then we went from the beak to the base of the nose, did the nose, then we did the eye. So it's amazing. Like within a very short amount of time, we have, mouth, which is, lower mouth, upper mouth. We have nose. We have head, and then eyes. So we have eyes, nose, mouth. What we don't have is the ear. And do you think this back here is the ear, or do you think that's the ear? So when I say ear, I mean like ear hole. So I'm going to put this little notch back here, and it gets kind of camouflaged with all of the rest of his fur, or all the rest of his scales and skin. But I think it's important to put in anyway. And then, so we've got the ear. So we got eyes, nose, curvy, mouth, ear, and then I think the next feature would probably be the chin. So we'll do the bottom from the corner of his mouth. We'll do the chin, and then I think that's, oh wow, that's amazing. So his neck, he's got all this neck skin. I think that's his neck skin here, because it's not the shell. Maybe it's all that neck skin. All right, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Now we have to draw the tomato, or not the tomato. What am I talking about? The strawberry. The strawberry, the plant of the strawberry that's facing us is the V shape. It's the bottom pointed part of the strawberry. You guys can come in, grab a seat. I'll give you some paper in a second. We're just trying to finish up drawing the strawberry. So the turtle is so close to eating the strawberry that the strawberry is actually touching his jaw. So I'm going to draw the bottom pointy part, just to make an arrow, just like a triangle of that strawberry. And then you could think about the turtle shell that we did the last one, where it goes up, across, down, and in. Or you could think about it like a heart. I think of strawberries like hearts. So you can just draw a heart top.
Oh, I don't know.
You can. Did you sign up through Mitchell School, or did you sign up through Coppermine? You can ask him at the front desk. They'll let you know.
At art anymore.
I know.
Because
What?
my swimming schedule changed. Bye. Bye.
Right.
right. Well, I guess the last thing we need for the strawberry are the leaves that are at the top. And then, do you guys want to take a screenshot of this so that you could finish it later? Yeah, maybe take a screenshot because I feel like you could spend some time just on all the plates in the, like the shading in this head, and then all the seeds. There's all these beautiful orange seeds that are happening in the strawberry.
Yeah. It's 11. Does anyone would anyone like
kind of
to
ran
throw
out of
theirs?
Sorry, but I use all the time when you do that to finish my card for Eleanor.
Okay.
So
Hold it nice and
she is going
still.
to absolutely love it.
Yeah. What a nice gift.
Anybody else want to show? Bijou? Lasya? You may not have gotten very far. I didn't get very far either, but I tried to squeeze it in. But it's always fun. And then I forgot the best part, which is his little turtle tongue, little oval of turtle tongue.
Wait, are we making turtle?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you okay with that?
And his big, he has a humongous eyelid.
I have an idea. How about we finish it like during class next time?
Yeah, maybe we can squeeze it in. We may have a couple extra people joining next week, but I don't know if maybe we could restart it though. It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, since I used all that
Um,
making Eleanor's card.
You guys see my
Yes,
girl?
Bijou.
So happy.
Is next week the start of the next session or?
Bijou, did you want to show?
That's a good
I
question.
didn't get. I took a screenshot. I'm gonna try and finish it up later.
Nice.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds good.
Speak louder.
Mhm.
But is this the last week for this session?
It's a good question, Bijou. So people, different kids are on different time schedules. I will tell your parents that we will email you with that information because I'm not exactly sure. Some kids started like 2 weeks ago. Some people started 4 weeks ago. Some people bought 10 classes. Some people only bought 5 classes. So I will email you for sure. And then just tell your parents that we'll know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. I'm going away in the middle of the week, but I'll be back and I should have some really good adventures to share with you.
Wonderful. Have a great, great week, everybody. Enjoy the
Oh,
rest of your
thanks, Stace.
weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we're gonna
Mr. Twist.
Oh, you're so welcome, Stacy.
Everyone
Have a great
Bye.
week. Bye, y'all.